Check, test, test. Am I in focus? What am I even going to say in this video? What's up guys, Dennis here. I thought I'd do an update video because, well, haven't been making a lot of videos lately, so I thought I'd kind of like just talk about that and maybe some changes that I'm going to make to the kind of stuff I'm going to post on my channel, and also just kind of what I've been up to this past year because I haven't been doing nothing. So there was a video I posted a long time ago that said saying goodbye, and it was a goodbye to the truck that I was trading in and buying a new truck, and the truck that kind of like got me a lot of subscribers for the videos repairing it and stuff. So it was kind of a big deal. But that saying goodbye was also kind of like I was taking a break, and so the reason I'm calling this kind of a secret vacation is that I didn't really announce it, and I didn't say anything like saying, oh I'm not going to post videos for a while, you know, I'm going away, blah blah blah, because really I wasn't going away or anything. Just, you know, it takes a lot to make a video. So the last video I posted just recently, I think it may be at least 40 hours of production work, so editing, post-filming stuff. And filming a project makes the project take at least 5 times longer than it would have if I didn't have a camera running, because I'm operating the camera, I'm changing it around every time I have to change shots and focus and stuff. This is actually the second time I've tried to film this update video because I went to look at the footage and the audio is all clipped, and it's probably clipping now. I'm gonna have to fix this somehow in post, but and I was out of focus. So yeah, takes a lot of time to make a YouTube video, and to make it the way kind of I have come to expect myself to make it. I want to make quality videos, and I've kind of like raised the bar on each one and kind of tried to do harder and harder, but it takes longer and longer, and so it's more of an effort. And meanwhile, I'm doing a lot of really cool stuff that I want to share, so I gotta find a way just to share that stuff. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, I'm gonna start trying to make more content, get more stuff out there, mostly because I just want to share it with the world, and it's gonna be a little bit more raw. We're gonna have to figure this out. I got like 1 battery bar left. The lighting isn't great in here. My audio looks like it's a little high. This is the new thing. I got to try and figure out how to get this done without being perfect. But we're gonna figure it out. I don't know what it's gonna look like. But let's start here. What have I? See, look at this. What is this shot? Can I get some light? Better? Okay, so let's start with what have I been doing this whole past year. So, oh, it's clipping. So let's start with what have I been doing this whole past year, right? So I really took, you know, we don't have to talk about everything that happened. It's affected everybody. Everybody's stuff has changed. My routines has changed. The time I had for editing videos has changed. Like, the routine I had just went out the window. So so I really took this past year to kind of go into my own mind. I'm an introvert, so I kind of just took it as a really good reason to just kind of like work on some projects in my own head, without sharing stuff, kind of like learn a lot of things, finish some stuff. Let me show you. So we'll walk and talk here. Oh, also, this garage is a mess because my house flooded 3 times. Again, most recently, big storm and everything, rains came in. I thought I fixed it. Probably could have done a video on the big hole that I dug in my backyard trying to fix the water issue, which kind of fixed it. But anyway, so early on, some of the first things nope, wrong way. Some of the first projects I worked on, here's one. This is, oh, you don't like that, do you, camera? Gimbal. All right. So this is an air filter for my shop. and really simple. I don't know if you can see it in there. There is, inside that box, the old air handler blower, whole house blower for the old furnace. A few years ago we got the furnace replaced, and I ran out in the front yard when they were hauling it out, and I said, hey, can I have like part of this? And he said, well, it's yours. So I was disassembling my furnace in the front yard to get the blower. And so basically just I built a box and wired up the blower to an extension cord. I've got a big old filter there and then kind of a pre-filter. It works great, and it keeps down a lot of the dust in the shop. And it was basically free, you know, cost of plywood, which I had that too. So yeah, so that was one project. Another one along the dust control lines was I set up this kind of sanding station here, and you can see those hoses for dust collection. I have, come on, turn gimbal. So I have this dust collector, and it was only connected up to my table saw, so I hooked it up. I've got some lines down there. That one goes off over to the table here, and let's see, can I focus down there? Basically, yep, there's a hole, and I made up some of these little wood adapter things. I don't know if it's focusing. That the hose plops into. So this just kind of goes in there, and there's one. No, wrong way. Got to get used to this gimbal. And there's one right here that I used for kind of plugging it when I'm not sanding. So that was a quick little project. Just general kind of shop improvement stuff to kind of make my life easier. Garbage can has always been essential in the shop, but it's always been in the way too. So kind of how do we make it more useful? So I built this cart, and it's a rolling cart. So I can roll it any which way, and it's round, so it doesn't take up a lot of extra space past what the garbage can would take up. That's trash. But the reason I have these clamps on top is that I'm going to put some rails around the side, and this will also be a clamp holder. And then on top here I've got this little caddy I made. I use this thing really often, actually. These are all my like Allen wrenches and such. So they'll be in a central place right on top of the garbage can, easy to get to. So that's been a huge improvement for the shop. Did kerf bending for the first time. And I was going to do a whole video on this, and I was going to tell you, oh, you can go to this website, and there's a calculator for, like, you know, how many table saw cuts you got to make for the radius of the bend. And then I was going to tell you how that's complete crap, and how yeah, you just got to figure it out on yourself, because that didn't work at all for me. But what else? Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, this, if you can see it, that's a big antenna that I put up in my backyard. Why did I put up a big antenna in my backyard? Well, for this ham radio, of course. So like I said, I've spent the last year kind of going back inside my head, relearning some stuff, going back and learning about electronics, learning how a radio works, specifically a super heterodyne transceiver, which is what I built. This is all the work that has gone into it, all the schematics and notes that I've taken, things I've tried, final revisions. This is my Bible right now. I've been going back through the basics, Horowitz and Hill, the ARRL handbook, some other electronics, books, and I've built this. So this is my ham radio. It's technically only a 2-band, but it can receive basically any frequency up to now it can receive up to about 20 megahertz, so any band within that range, but it only transmits on 20 and 40 meter bands. If you know what that means. I'm probably not going to pick up anything today because the band is not it's not open on in the middle. Oh, what was that? No, kind of. That's a pretty weak signal. But anyway, this can do. This can only transmit Morse code, so CW. But it can receive. It's got a kind of narrow bandwidth filter, so it can't really receive voice very well. Though you can kind of hear it. This is a cool little project that I put together. Well, this was really something I bought on Amazon, but I had to do some things to make it work, and I put it in this little case, add some switches and stuff like that. Here's my watt meter. This is a VHF radio. This is a 2-meter radio that I bought on eBay, and it was broken. Focus. What are you doing? Come on, focus. Come on. Why is it blinking? And I fixed it, which I was really proud of. What else? Here's a cool little thing I made. This is a sine wave generator with a envelope generator in it, built in. So basically it's a Morse keyer. It's really just for practicing, but I could hook this up to a real radio and it would work. This box here is actually just a little speaker. This is one of the first projects I made because anything I'm doing with a radio, you need some way to hear the audio. So it's just a little amplifier, a little preamp with some bass and treble controls and a gain stage. And that kind of this was maybe one of the first projects that I completed that kind of just got me back in the electronics groove, I guess you'd say. I'll turn this thing off for now. This is cool. This is a present that I made it's a Christmas present that I made for my son, who's 3 years old. He loves this kind of stuff, so it's just kind of a busy box thing. It's got a couple square wave oscillators. This is just kind of like a passive mixer. This turbo button really doesn't do anything but make the lights brighter, but it says turbo, so that's cool. These are a couple of variable voltage and some bar graph, which is always fun. And and a little counter over here, so that let's see if I turn that down. Yeah, there we go. Little binary counter. So so he can hook this up in all different ways. There's a speaker here. Purposely limited the volume so that he couldn't annoy us too much. Yeah, this was actually really tricky because it wasn't trivial to kind of make all these inputs and outputs match impedance-wise so that they wouldn't short each other out if because he can plug this in whatever way he wants, and it should handle that, which it does. But it was kind of a bit of an effort to kind of make everything, all the circuits, safe enough to handle that so that they wouldn't, short each other out. Here's something. This is a homemade mill that I've never done a video on, but it's been sitting here. Come on, straighten out, you camera. And it's all made from scratch when I had access to a machine shop, because I knew that I wouldn't always have access to a machine shop, so I wanted to build a machining machine. So here's a project that I'm working on to put all the control within a computer case, because originally I had built this, which is 3 stepper motor controllers built from scratch and all wired up. They work, they're okay, but it's just, here's the thing. Back when I made these, the market isn't like it is now. You can just buy these stepper motor controllers for like 20 bucks. That wasn't the case back then at all. These don't really do, these do half stepping, they don't do micro stepping. They're really noisy. Like I said, they work, but I wanted to upgrade, and also that's a big chunky box that I didn't want to have to deal with. I just kind of want everything neatly contained within the case. Why is it not letting me? Oh, this gimbal gonna drive me nuts. Everything all neatly contained in the case. So I've got the power supply going in through here. The motherboard's behind there, obviously, and stepper motor controllers. I just have to finish wiring this up, so I might do a quick video on this. I don't know if it's a good idea to have all that control circuitry with the high amperage motor controllers right next to a computer, but we're gonna find out. Here's a project that I'm working on that's, I think it's pretty cool, but I'll save that for like another quick video, show and tell or something. This is a power supply that I built for a Euro rack synthesizer. So that's one of the first projects that I thought I was going to, let me see, get over here. Nope. I don't know why my gimbal's all angled like this. It's all, I don't know what's going on, but I guess this is how the video is going to end. Yeah, so that was one of the first projects I thought I was going to build, was a whole like oscillator deck, or whatever you want to call it, synthesizer thing, and I was going to build each little component, you know, like do like one a week or a couple a month or something like that, and have this whole thing, all these components and stuff like that. And it was, I just didn't get to it. I ended up making the thing for my son, and that wasn't challenging enough. And then I got into the ham radio thing, so still got lots of projects that I want to work on, things in the queue that I've already built. And the thing is there's a lot of stuff I actually filmed and didn't post. And I kind of felt like I had to make this video to let you know I was going to post other kinds of videos. Which I know, it's just something, it's me, probably not anything I'd actually have to do for the channel, but still, I guess I wanted to let you guys know. Kind of just, this isn't even all of it. There's so much more stuff that I've been working on, little projects and stuff. So, gonna try and share more of that with you, and it's gonna be raw. It's gonna be a little bit more like just less polished, just kind of like production quality, just enough so it's not annoying, and get it posted online. And that's what I'm going to try and do. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's the update. I hope you guys are all well. It's been something, and we're heading into a winter that there's a lot of unknowns. So you know, I hope everyone's well, and happy, and doing good. So all right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. I'll see you next time. Forgot.